pessima ideology. of wisdom in his bountiful mercy and compassion, God took up his abode in her and became perfect man in order that might deliver Adam and forgive him his sin, and that he might make him dwell in heaven by being brought back to his former state. Pray to for us, O Holy One.
Holy Virgin Mary, pray for
The
us.
greatness of the Virgin whom God has chosen is beyond everyone to describe. He from who came and dwelt in her. He inhabits light which is no one can approach, was born of her in the womb for 9 months. The invisible and comprehensible, him did Mary brought forth, while remaining a virgin. Pray good for us, O Holy One.
Holy Virgin Mary, pray for
This is
us.
the stone hewn from the high mountain without hand, which Daniel the prophet represented, represent the word that came forth from the Father, and was incarnate of the Virgin without seed of man and redeem us. Pray to for us,
Holy Virgin Mary, pray for
You
us.
are symbolized in the pure twig of the true vessel, representing the right faith of the saints. O Father, O sealed Virgin, you brought forth for us the word of the Father, Jesus Christ. He came and delivered us. Pray to for us, O Holy One.
Holy Virgin Mary, pray for
You are
us.
the mother of the resplendent light and the God bearer. You carried the invisible word, and even after bringing him forth, you continue to remain in your virginity. With praise and blessing will all men magnify you. Pray for us, O Holy One.
Holy Virgin Mary,
What tongue is able to proclaim that which should be declared concerning you, O thou pure Virgin, Mother of light, the Word of the Father, you are throne of the King, whom the cherubim carry. We praise you, blessed one, and redeem you by the name from generation to generation. O beautiful dove, Mother of our Lord Jesus Christ, pray to for us, O Holy One.
Holy Virgin Mary, pray for us.
Rejoice, O Mary, Mother and Maid, for unto him who is in your womb the angel glorified, the cherubim bow down and worship in fear. Him do the seraphim praise, spreading out their wings without ceasing, and sing, This is the King of glory. In his great compassion he came to the world to forgive us our sins. Pray to him for us, O Holy One.
Holy Virgin Mary, pray for us. Besmai met nos meke dis mengestimta. Fakadi besmai. Bem der tun yelet in rachin sit Nazaria bedelachin yakabalin. Nya ye bedelun in krin dem nela beitu de fadana matakvan. Keke fuluat den inji mengesian natina highlands. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. And forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us and rescue us from evil. Honor and glory forever and ever. Amen. Besmai met nos, semeke dis mengestimta. Fakadi besimai, humbem der tu. Bedelachin yakabalin. Krin dem beitu de fadana matakvan. Fluat den inji mengesian natina. Hailem miskanam deslalim. Amen.
First lesson is taken from Exodus chapter 19 from verse 1 to 8. In the third month, when the children of Israel were gone forth out of the land of Egypt, the same day came they into the wilderness of Sinai, for they were departed from Rephidim, and were come to the desert of Sinai, and had pitched in the wilderness, and there Israel camped before the mount. And Moses went up unto God, and the Lord called unto him out of the mountain, saying, Thus shalt thou say to the house of Jacob, and tell the children of Israel, Ye have seen what I did unto the Egyptian, and how I bare you on eagle's wings, and brought you unto myself. Now therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed, and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me, above all people. For all the earth is mine, and he shall be unto me a kingdom of priests, and an holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel. And Moses came and called for the elders of the people, and laid before their face all these words which the Lord commanded him. And all the people answered together and said, All that the Lord had spoken we will do. And Moses returned the words of the people unto the Lord. Amen.
Amen.
Our second lesson is taken from Job chapter 23, reading from verse 1 to the end. Second lesson is taken from Job chapter 23, reading from verse 1 to the end. Then Job answered and said, Even to the day is my complaint bitter, and my smoke is heavier than my groaning. Oh, what I knew, where I might find him, that I might come even to his seat. I would order my cause before him, and I will fill my mouth with argument. I would not know the words which he would answer me, and understand that which I would say unto me. Will he plead against me with his great power? No, but he would put strength in me. There the righteous might be disputed with me. So should I be delivered forever from my judgment. Behold, I go forward, with he is not there, and my backward, but I cannot perceive him. On the left hand, where he doeth work, but I cannot behold him. He hideth himself in the right hand, that I cannot see him, but he knoweth the way that I have taken. When he hath tried me, I shall come forth as gold. My foot hath held his steps, his ways have I kept, and not declared, neither have I gone back from the commandment of his lips. I have esteemed the words of his mouth more than my necessary food. But he is in one mind, who can return him, and that his soul desireth even that he do it. For he performeth the things that is appointed for me, and many such things are with him. Therefore I am in trouble at his presence. When I consider, I am afraid of him. For God maketh my heart soft, and Almighty trouble me, because I was not cut off before the darkness, neither hath he covered the darkness of my face. Amen.
The third lesson will be read out of the book of Job, chapter 24, from verse 1 to the end. Why seeing times are not hidden from the Almighty? Do they that know him not see his days? Some remove the landmarks. They violently take away flocks and feed thereof. They drive away the ass of the fatherless. They take the widow's ox for a pledge. They turn the needy out of the way. The poor of the earth hideth themselves together. Behold, as wild asses is in the desert, go they forth to their work. Rising bedtime for a prey, the wilderness yield food for them and for their children. They reap every one his corn in the field, and they gather the vintage of the wicked. They cause the naked to lodge without clothing, they that have no covering in the cold. They are wet with the showers of the mountains, and embrace the rock for want of a shelter. They pluck the fatherless from the beasts, and take a pledge of the They cause him to go naked without clothing, and they take away the sheep from the hungry, which make oil within their walls, and tread their wine presses, and suffer thirst. Men groan from out of the city, and the soul of the wounded cried out. Yet God layeth not folly to them. They are of those that rebel against the light. They know not the ways thereof, nor abide in the path thereof. The murderers rising with the light killeth the poor and needy, and in the night is as a thief. The eye also of the adulterer waited for the twilight, saying, no eye shall see me, and distinguish his face. In the dark they dig through houses, when they have marked for themselves in the daytime. They know not the light. For the morning is to them even as the shadow of death. If one knows them, they are in the terrors of the shadow of death. He is swift as the waters, their portion is cursed in the earth. He beholdeth not the way of the vineyards. Drought and heat consume the snow waters, so that the grave those which have sinned. The womb shall forget him, the worm shall feed sweetly on him. He shall be no more remembered, and wickedness shall be broken as a tree. He evil entreat the barren that beareth not, and doeth not good to the widow. He draweth also the mighty with his power, and raiseth up, and no man is sure of life. Though it be given to him to be safety, where one rested, yet his eyes are upon their ways. They are exalted for a little while, but are gone and brought low. They are taken out of the way as all others, and cut off as the top of the ear of the corn. And if it be not so now, who will make me a liar, and make my speech nothing worthy? Resting in verse 25.
Fourth lesson, Isaiah chapter 1, from verse 21 to the end. How is the faithful city become a harlot? It was full of judgment, righteousness lodged in it, but now murderers. Thy silver is become drug, thy wine mixed with water. Thy princes are rebellious and companions of thieves. Everyone loveth gifts and follow after reward. They judge not the fatherless, neither do they cause the cause of the widows come unto them. Therefore said the Lord of hosts, the mighty one of Israel, I will ease me of my adversaries, and avenge me of my enemies, and I will turn my hand upon thee, and thoroughly purge away thy drugs, and take away all thy tint. And I will restore thy judgment as at the first, and thy counselors as at the beginning. Afterwards thou shalt be called the city of righteousness, the faithful city. Zion shall be redeemed with judgment, and her coverts with righteousness. And the destruction of the transgressors and of the sinners shall be together. And they that forsake the Lord shall be consumed. For they shall be ashamed of the oaks which ye have desired, and ye shall be comforted for the garden that ye have chosen. For ye shall be as an oak whose leaves faded, and as a garden that had no water. And the strong shall be as thorn, and the maker of it as a spark. And they shall both burn together, and none shall quench them. Amen.
Our fifth lesson is Hosea chapter 4 from verse 1 to 8. Hosea chapter 4 from verse 1 to 8. Hear the words of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord had a controversy with the inhabitant of the land, because there is no truth, no mercy, no knowledge of God in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out the blood touched blood. Therefore shall the land mourn, and everyone that dwelleth therein shall lavish. With the beasts of the field, and with the fowls of heaven, yea, the fishes of the sea also shall be taken away. Yet let no man strive, nor reprove another. For thy people are as they that strive with the priests. Therefore shalt thou fall in the days, and the prophet also shall fall with thee in the night. And I will destroy thy mother. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing that thou hast forgotten the law of thy God. I will also forget thy children. As they will increase, so they sin against me. Therefore I will change their glory into shame. They eat up the sins of my people, and they set their heart on their iniquities. Amen.
Sixth lesson, Deuteronomy chapter 8 from verse 11. Beware that thou forget not the Lord thy God, in not keeping his commandments and his judgment and his statutes, which I command thee this day. Lest when thou hast eaten and art full, and hast built goodly houses and dwelt therein, and when thy herds and thy flocks multiply, and thy silver and thy gold is multiplied, and all that thou hast is multiplied, then thy heart be lifted up, and thou forget the Lord thy God, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt, from the house of bondage, who led thee through the great and terrible wilderness, wherein were fiery serpents and scorpions and drought, where there was no water, who brought thee forth water out of the rock of flint, who fed thee in the wilderness with manna, which thy fathers knew not, that he might humble thee, and that he might prove thee to thee good at the latter end. And thou say in thy heart, my power and the might of my hands have gotten me this wealth. But thou shalt remember the Lord thy God, for it is he that giveth thee power to get wealth, that he may establish his covenant, which he sware unto thy fathers, as it is this day. And it shall be, if thou do all forget the Lord thy God, and walk after other gods, and serve them, and worship them, I testify against you this day, that he shall surely perish. Resting at verse 19.
Seventh lesson is taken from Wisdom of Sirach, chapter 3, from verse 1 to the end. Give heed to me, O children, for I am your father, and do what I tell you, that you may be saved. For the Lord honoreth the father over the children, and strengtheneth the judgment of the mother over her sons. He who honors his father atones for his sins, and he who honors his mother is like one who stores up treasure, He who honors his father will be gladdened by his own children, and when he prays, he will be heard. He who honors his father will have a long life, and he who obeys the Lord will give rest to his mother. And he will serve his parents as his masters. Honor your father and mother in word and deed, that a blessing may come upon you from him. For the blessing of a father established the houses of the children, but the curse of a mother uprooted their foundations. Do not glory in dishonor of your father, for your father's dishonor is not glory to you. For the glory of a man is from the honor of his father. And it is a disgrace for children to dishonor their mother. My son, help your father in his old age, and do not grieve him in his life. And if his understanding fails, be considerate, and do not dishonor him in your prime. For kindness to a father will not be forgotten, and it will be credited to you instead of your sins. It will be remembered in the day of your afflictions. Thus your sins will melt away like frost in the warm weather. He who forsakes his father is like a blasphemer, and he who provokes his mother to wrath is cursed by God. My son, accomplish your works with gentleness, and you will be loved by people the Lord accepts. The greater you are, the more humble you must be, and you will find grace before the Lord. Because great is the power of the Lord, and he is honored by the humble. Do not seek things too difficult for you, nor examine what is beyond your strength. Think about what is commanded you, for you do not need what the Lord keeps hidden. Do not meddle in what is none of your business, for things beyond human insight have been shown to you. Supplication have led many astray, and evil supposition have caused their mind to slip and fall. A hard heart will suffer ruin in the end, and he who loves danger will perish in it. A hard heart will be worn down with pain, and the sinner will add sin to sin. There is no healing to aid an angry man, for a plant of evil has taken root in him. The heart of an intelligent man will ponder a parable, and the ear of a pupil is a wise man's desire. Water will quench the blazing fire, and almsgiving will atone for sin. He who repays kindness is mindful of the hereafter, and at the time of his fall he will find support. Amen.
Our 8th lesson is taken from Ezekiel chapter 21 from verse 3 to 17. 8th lesson is taken from Ezekiel chapter 21 from verse 3 to 17. And say to the land of Israel, Thus said the Lord, Behold, I am against thee, and will throw forth my sword out of the shred, and I will cut off from thee the righteous and the wicked. Seeing then that I will cut off them from thee, the righteous and the wicked, therefore shall my sword both go forth out of the strait against all flesh from the south and to the north, that all flesh may know that I, the Lord, have drawn forth my sword out of his strait, and shall not return any more. Sign therefore, thou son of man, with the breaking of thy loins, and with bitterness sign before their eyes. And it shall be, when they say unto thee, therefore, signest thou, that thou shalt answer, for the tidings, because it cometh, and every heart shall melt, and all hands shall be feeble, and every spirit shall faint, and all knees shall be weak as water. Behold, it cometh, and I shall be brought to pass, saith the Lord God. Again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy. And I said, Thus the Lord, say, a sword is sharpened, and also furnished, and it sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished, that it may glitter. Shall we then make mirth? It contempted the rod of my sin as every tree. And he that hath given it to the furbish, that it may be handled, this sword is sharpened, and it is furbished to give it into the hand of the slayer. Cry and howl, Son of man, that it shall be upon my people, and it shall upon the princes of Israel, terrors by reason, and the sword shall be upon thy people. Smite therefore upon thy thigh, because of a trial, and of which a sword content, even the rod, it shall be more, saith the Lord God. Thou therefore, Son of man, prophesy and smite thine hand together. And the third time, the sword of the slain, it is the sword of the great men that are slain, which entered into their privy chambers. I have set the point of the sword against all their gates, it said, I will also smite thy hand together, and I will cause my fury rest. I, the Lord, said it. Amen.
Amen. Reading from the Apocrypha, chapter 4, from verse 1. My child, do not cheat the poor of their living, and do not keep needy eyes waiting. Do not grieve the hungry or anger one in need. Do not add to the troubles of the desperate, or delay giving to the needy. Do not reject a suppliant in distress, or turn your face away from the poor. Do not avert your eyes from the needy, and give no reason to curse you. For if in bitterness of soul some should curse you, their Creator will hear their prayer. Endear yourself to the congregation. Bow your heads low to the great. Give a hearing to the poor, and return their greetings politely. Rescue the oppressed from the oppressor, and do not be hesitant in giving a verdict. Be a father to the orphan, and be like a husband to their children, to their mother. You will be then like the Son of the Most High. He will love you more than does your mother. Wisdom teaches her children and gives help to those who seek her. Whosoever loves life, and those who seek her from early morning are filled with joy. her fast inherits glory, and the Lord blesses the place she enters. Those who serve her ministers to the Holy One, the Lord loves those who love her. Those who obey her will judge the nation, and all who listen to her will live secure. If they remain faithful, they will inherit her. Their descendants will also obtain her. For at first she will walk with them on tortuous path. She will bring fear and dread upon them, and will torment them by her discipline, until she trusts them. And she will test them with her ordinances. Then she will come straight back to them again and gladden them, and will reveal her secrets to them. If they go astray, she will forsake them and hand them over to their ruins. Watch for the opportune time and beware of evil. And do not be ashamed to be yourself, for there is a shame that leads to sin, and there is a shame that is glory and favor. Do not show partiality to your own harm, or defense to your own downfall. Do not refrain from speaking at the proper moment, and do not hide your wisdom. For wisdom becomes known through speech, and education through the word of the tongue. Never speak against the truth, but be ashamed of your ignorance. Do not be ashamed to confess your sins, and do not try to stop the current of a river. Do not subject yourself to a fool or show partiality to a ruler. Fight to the death for truth, and the Lord God will fight for you. Do not be reckless in your speech, or sluggish and remiss in your deeds. Do not be like a lion in your home, or suspicious of your servants. Do not let your hand be stretched out to receive, and close when it is time to give alms. Resting at verse 31.